Hi guys, today I have a video for you that is going to hopefully help a few people. There have been some comments that I've received on some of the videos that I've been making about INTJs feeling like they can't do the things that they have been thinking about for a long period of time. So here are 12 beliefs that hold INTJs back and my personal advice for each of those 12 things. INTJs imagine that they need to be prepared before they do anything, so they spend a lot of time thinking about all the things that they need to plan. They tend to think that they need to be ready to execute. The truth is that you will never feel ready to actually manifest the things that you've been thinking about, and this will actually make you miss out on so many things because you feel like you need to be prepared for them. We tend to work everything out in our mind. We might have detailed plans perhaps even, but we don't do anything about it. My recommendation is to take the first step. What you will find is your momentum and confidence will build as you do this, and you will naturally follow through given that you've already got a plan. Is to set yourself actionable goals or milestones that lead up to your big goals. You can also incentivize yourself for hitting those milestones, and you need to always make sure that you don't give up. Having some kind of a persistent attitude towards taking action is what's going to help in this situation. You know, for me, once I did the first video, I got so much feedback and so many comments and likes that it really motivated me to make my next video. While you're trying to figure out the full strategy or plan, you will see a lot of other people actually going and pursuing their dreams. So you will find that you're watching others who you perceive as not as smart or haven't figured things out or haven't planned everything, actually living life to the fullest while you just sit back figuring things out for every possible scenario and let life pass you by. Keep in mind that the more you wait, the less likely the chances that the things you actually want will happen. INTJs might emphasize negative outcomes too much, which holds them back. You're actually a resilient thinker, someone who's able to pivot and change tactics when things don't work. The challenge is to give things a chance so that you can find out more than what you think you know and actually change your perspective. INTJs can also avoid anything that's mildly undesirable. I think we need to be more practical or more realistic about life. We tend to start off with these very idealized ideas about things, but we must base them in reality. Nothing in life is all easy or makes you happy all the time or will be exactly how you imagined it. That would be quite unrealistic. Avoiding any minor unpleasantness robs us of anything that's actually satisfying. We must remember that everything involves a balance of happy and unhappy, known and unknown, hard and easy. We must be willing to welcome both parts of anything we pursue. INTJs also have a problem with looking inferior or not looking smart. But this can hold you back because you might find yourself saying things like, I would do it, but it doesn't make enough money, for example. Or what if I look like a fool? Or what if I come across as not being prepared or not being perfect? And I think you can't do anything in life that's great or worthy if you have those kinds of fears. So we must actually live up to being more superior by being brave and courageous to go after what we want. INTJs also have sky-high expectations. As an INTJ, you expect nothing but the very best for yourself and from yourself. But guess what? Best things in life are natural, they are imperfect, and they are studded with failures. So just start wherever you are with whatever you have. You know, that means take that internship, start something from your crappy basement. The point is just just use the things that you have to start something without letting your high expectations get in the way. INTJs are very critical. We must actually learn how to be okay with things as they are and not how they ought to be all the time, because it robs us from seeing the beauty of what we're creating or doing in the moment. Developing a sense of humility that we're trying to do something that was once in our imagination should actually matter more. Seeing what you envision in reality is a true joy that INTJs crave, and that's what should be your bar of success. INTJs underestimate their capacity to use SE, Extroverted Sensing, well, because it's our fourth function. In my experience, I've found that I adapt quite well despite my fear that I can't perform on the spot if I need to. And because we underestimate our SE, it means that we fear taking chances. So being assertive is hard if you are constantly worried about extroverted sensing. You might actually be surprised at how well your extroverted thinking logic mixes with your on-the-spot SE. And this will actually save the day and surprise you. INTJs don't actually know what their FI wants, and this can lead us down paths where we don't do things because we assume we won't like them or that they won't make us happy. Very often we don't know what will make us happy, so what I would do is adopt the rule of 80-20, which means that you should try to do things or find ways to do most things by accommodating 20% of things that you don't like for the sake of 80% that you might like. And this will open up more experiences for you, and you might actually find that that 20% that you had to get over to get to the 80% of what you like is actually worth it. INTJs can be quite stubborn about their singular perspective. Even if you're sure, just assume that you don't know how things will actually turn out, and make it a goal for yourself to discover or change your own perspective. You'll learn and grow much more and find friends who are more tolerating along the way. And lastly, INTJs depend only on themselves, and that means you're missing out on resources that others can provide. As you grow, you will find that you're using your extroverted thinking better, and you'll be able to organize people around you who can lend you a hand. That means finding an SP or a SJ type that could help you cover your bases in areas that you lack. You can ask them for practical tips or advice on their experience, and this should lower your anxiety when you're trying to do things and give you some confidence. So always partner up if possible. So guys, I hope you enjoyed this video. If you're new to my channel, then please subscribe. And lastly, if you haven't yet had a chance to check out my Patreon page, then please take a moment to do so. I have ways that you can support me there. Thanks for watching. Bye.